Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is good to see you all. It is time for more Amz Goblins. Thanks so much for all of you for tuning in and joining us for these shenanigans. And Effie, did you have some fun with the vampires before we got started today?
It was mostly me and Chucky fighting the whole time, which is always fun.
Like each other or the enemies?
Well, Chucky forgot in my absence the number one rule for playing games with me.
Oh, which is?
Stick to my butt.
um. Also, yes, Chesh. If you're wondering, wait, what do you mean reverb? Could you extrapolate? Could you talk? What reverb?
Hmm?
Explain. Double speak. What do you mean double speak?
I'm on my BR back screen on mine. Oh, but I'm
Yeah,
not streaming, so it doesn't matter. Haha.
yeah. No, you should be done streaming, right? Like your
Hmm?
streaming thing isn't running. Is it me double speaking or is it just Effie double speaking, Chesh? Um,
Tesh might have two open if Tesh was lurking in mine.
me? I'm double speaking? What the fuck?
Ash, do you have me open and Silver open?
Shouldn't.
Yeah,
Oh my
there
god.
you go.
All right. Well,
There you go, Blondie.
Oh boy. All right,
This
Jess.
is this
Jesus
is why everything
Christ.
Chess says, I go, that's nice, sweetie, until somebody goes, actually, Effie. And I'm like, oh fuck, she was right.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right. All right. Well, now that we've got that sorted and there's no issues to be had, um, let me just this should be the right Foundry link for you guys. I realize I should have made sure everyone was in Foundry before we got started here. But Alice, is that the one that was giving you issues, or was it a different one?
No, that one's working.
Okay,
I
weird.
don't know what's happening with the thing.
All right, fair enough. We won't have Ash in the Foundry for the time being as well. I will be doing rolls on her behalf unless Ash, you have some other way of doing that. But otherwise, I will.
I have no idea how to do it from my other software, sadly.
Okay, so then yes, I will be handling all rolls on behalf of Ash until her internet unfucks itself, because if you're wondering why she sounds a little different, it's because her internet service provider is poop. So they did not provide any warning about down outages for her this evening, and are down still continuously. So hooray, hooray! But with all that said and done, welcome everyone. We're happy to see you all here, and it is a pleasure to have you all. We are here once more for the 6th episode slash session, etc., whatever, of We Amz Goblins. And boy, howdy, did it go. Some shit happened last time. That's that's for fucking sure. But we are gonna see how it all pans out now, following the events of last session, which I believe are still on Effie's VODs if you want to watch on the channel, but otherwise will eventually be on her YouTube channel, available for that if it isn't already at the moment. And speaking of shenanigans, before we get started, if you would be so kind as to... Oops, I spelled it with the fucking Z. I do that every time. If you'd be so kind as to drop some love and follows to everybody involved in this project, I would really, really appreciate you doing so. And also, if you want to watch the previous episodes of these sessions, you can go to the YouTube channel linked there, which is Effie's YouTube channel. So before we get our shenanigans underway, a little reminder as well, if you guys are like, what the fuck is the bullshit thing? The bullshit is essentially the goblin bullshit pool is every time the goblins feel like they need to re-roll something because they don't like the results, they say goblin bullshit go, and then I reduce the pool by 1, they get a re-roll, they have to live with the re-roll, and then I roll on a table that makes some random goblin bullshit happen. So they are affecting some hella magical goblin bullshit into this world, and it is a hilarious experience thus far, and I look forward to seeing how much it makes things go pear-shaped in the future. So, with that all said, Anything that you would like to say or cover, Effie, before we get into the session?
Sorry, I was drinking water.
Sorry, I ambushed you
Oh,
with that.
you kind of did. Pringles makes a variety of chip that is Parmesan and garlic, and it's really good. But if you have a SO, do not eat them because they will immediately just tell you no, and then not extrapolate when you go to give them a kiss.
All right, you know what? That's fair.
There you
So
go.
just be cautious about what you put in your mouth when you expect to be making out with
Sure,
your
sure, unless you're a
with your
goblin.
partners. Yeah, in which case, who cares, right?
Mhm.
All right. Well, with all that said and done, welcome everyone. Happy to have you all here, and let us go ahead and get today's session underway. So let me just play a little bit of music here and see it is not fuckery node, which is good. Okay. All right. Let's hope that's not too loud on stream. If the music is too loud on stream, you guys just let me know in chat. Otherwise, I think we are at a good level. So, kicking things off right now into the start of this session, I I have updated the map for Sandpoint with relevant visual descriptors to help give you guys a sense of what happened last time. And if I hit this button, you'll see that there is an appropriate thing to be viewed on screen that helps encapsulate a little bit of what happened the other session. So, now that you guys are aware of all that, let me just go ahead and mute the other tab that I have going here also, because I realize it's double playing. Sorry about that, everybody. It was kind of like, ooh, I am a craftsman. Correct, Gobby. So, we resume tonight's session following your collective transition to the home of your newfound friend, a woman by the name of Denise Weddleblossom. When we last saw you all, you had just finished escaping the scene of a large fire that was barely contained beside the Rusty Dragon Tavern, a fire that claimed the stables known as Goblin Squash Stables and a few surrounding buildings. After hauling a technically stolen bathtub across town as night begins to fall, your group now arrives tailing behind Denise as she unlocks the door to a quaint little house on the northernmost part of town, overlooking the ocean. After bringing you into her home and taking a bit of time to get your stolen tub situated, Denise sits down in a chair and kicks off her sandals, letting out a deep sigh of relief. So, my question to you, goblins, is now that the four of you are inside Denise's home, is there anything any of you would like to do or say before she starts to speak to you all?
You have a rubber ducky.
As far as I'm aware, Boggy, you're still in the tub, yes?
Yeah, wait. I thought I was Prince Ali. Almighty is me. Everyone was carrying my tub.
It's true, they were, after Desi attempted to strangle you to little success. Desi, it sounded like you had something you were going to say and do there, though, with your
I got cow traps. Are those rubber duckies?
Why do I want your cow drops?
I don't know.
Are they from cows?
Yes.
Okay, yes, I want them. Keep them here.
I'm gonna get Buggy one cow trap. Just one.
Alright, Boggy, you are given a single sharp, multi-pointed little metal welded object.
Moo. I'm going to call you Bessie. Moo.
What about you, Gem? Anything on your mind, or are you still making sure that your hand stays firmly gripped around Denise's?
Of course, is a full-time job.
Perfect. What about you, Snooty?
Snooty is just playing with the water now at this point.
Alright, fair enough. So as you all settle into her home, Denise takes a little bit of moment to relax and just kind of keep things going to her for herself for a minute, so she can just chillax and process everything going on here. And now that she's finally had a moment to just collect herself after a doozy of an introduction to all of you, just a little update on you all on your end of things. The 4 of you are now currently located. The map has been updated with your current position, essentially. So you're in a building up near Cliff Street to the north side of the town. So with that said, let me just go ahead and continue forward. So Denise just kind of takes a little bit of a breather and sighs, and then she looks at all of you and goes, "Okay. Welcome to my home. Pleasure to have you all here. It's not much, but it's mine, and I love it. I have a question for all of you that I've been trying to kind of get the answers on thus far, but I'm still piecing together the bits and bobs. But overall, I think I just need to know, why are you 4 in Sandpoint?"
Okay.
Oh, Snooty knows how we
Snooty
met
knows.
her.
Yeah.
She grabs onto her most important goblin badge and goes, Wiggums.
There's a moment where you wait there for a bit, Snooty, looking at your badge. I'm wondering if anything good is going to happen to that effect. And does anyone want to do anything while Snooty is just yelling at her most important goblin badge, or are you all just gonna wait till there's a reaction?
I'm
gonna
gonna
lean-
watch
I'm-
intently.
I'm gonna lean so I'm my face is almost touching the badge, and I'm gonna go,
Wiggums. Hey. Hi. Wiggums. Wiggums. Hey. I think
Boggy-
you're sleeping.
Boggy, are you gonna join in these shenanigans, or are you going to just continue splish splashing and enjoying your new cow friend?
Bucky would like to doggy paddle with Bessie. I have to teach Bessie how to swim. She keeps sinking.
All right, you know what? That's that's fair, 100%. So after a little bit of all of you just basically going Wiggums, annoying the shit out of your badges, there's a bit of an interrupted moment where she just sort of Denise looks like she's about to say something to the effect of I guess your friend isn't, and she's cut off by the tinny sound of Wiggum's voice emanating through both Desi and Snooty's badge, and you can hear him go, What happened? I lost. There was problems, and then I lost the chat with you all. I thought maybe something had gone wrong. I thought it would be good to be quiet. A fire?
Yeah.
Why was there a fire?
Because there was a fire. But we have dentist here, and we need help explaining why we're here.
Yeah, it's kind of a doozy.
I forgot why.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Denise kind of leans forward from her chair, kind of leaning a little bit closer to Gem, assuming that Gem could probably act as the closest microphone, I suppose, in this instance. And she just kind of leans forward and goes, "Hi, me again. Yes, your goblin friends here. We had a little bit of a trouble at the Rusty Dragon, and there was a fire that unfortunately claimed the stables next door. I think the dragon's okay, maybe a little damaged on the side of it, but I took them back to my house. They said that they wanted to go talk to the sheriff tomorrow, so I was going to let them bed down here for the night and then hopefully take them over to the garrison so that they can get things a little explained. But I was just curious, why are they here? Why are you all in town? You don't seem like a normal little group of adventurers. And the voice on the other side of it just kind of goes, hold on, sorry, there's another goblin is doing something stupid. Give me a minute. And there's just a moment of quiet, and it, like, Wiggum sounds like he's probably figured out some way to stop, like, him being overheard as much when he's conversing with whatever entity he has other conversations with. But it does make, like, a weird sound, like he's putting something over it, or like, there's just, like, a strange feedback noise that's kind of a little harsh on the ears as he puts something in place, and then it plays again as he moves something away and goes, okay, did you hear what I just called, Snooty?
No.
What? You call me something?
I just wanted to say nice things about you, but I also used it as a test to make sure that the talkie thing could... I needed to figure out a better way to make sure that sometimes when I'm talking you aren't hearing it. So, I guess it worked. Good. Yes. The goblins are there because we are goblins. Yes. There are some problems that only those individuals can solve, that we are having, and I know goblins are not always on best terms, due to all the raidy and steely and occasional things involving children, but I swear, I speak for goblins of Suckfrog tribe when I say we are very different. Does anyone have anything they want to say on that front, or are you going to let him continue?
Yeah, we don't just suck, we suck frog.
Yeah.
So
Snooty
Wiggum's...
is,
go ahead.
Snooty is squinting at the badge though, because she's just like,
What Wiggum say?
So Wiggums continues and says, yes, we have problems here in Swamp that need to be solved, and only he like sounds like he's wrestling with something that maybe sounds a bit like paper, and goes, Amiko, Sheriff Baylor, and Shalelu are best qualified to help goblins of Suckfrog tribe. So we have been trying to reach them about helping with situations, and they need to talk to them individually, and then hopefully together, maybe? I don't know. It's honestly, I just sent them out there, and they need to get their help. But it's a secret, so I can't tell everybody what's going on. Only those people know what is going on and can be told. Mm-hmm. Yep. And Denise just kind of looks down a little confused, and she just goes, okay, so you're telling me that these four are here to find the three on the list and get them to help with a problem back at your tribe that only they know about, and it's a secret. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. You know what? That's fine. Honestly, it's not really my business. I just saw that one of your friends here was in trouble and needed a little assistance. I am always happy to help newcomers to the town, and especially create a better understanding between the creatures of the forest and those who live in this settlement. So I am willing to help them accomplish their goals to however I can help, and I hope I will be able to at least maybe prove myself to be in on the secret. And Wiggums just kind of goes, maybe, possibly, but don't fuck it up for them, because they'll you need to keep lots of secrets until ready, because that's and he barely sounds like he's covering something, and you hear the distant sound of him arguing like it's coming through a little tube, and he goes, yes, it could kill many goblins if the secret got out before it was too late, and you don't like the idea of that, right? And she laughs and goes, no, I don't want any goblins to die. Okay, good. So yeah, help them, please. Thank you. Be really, really nice of you to do that. Yep. And to the rest of you, like he's like speaking up to the rest of you guys, make sure that you continue forwards with what we talked about regarding the secrets, and make sure that the elf lady and the sheriff and Amico are all addressed correctly.
Yeah, we'll make sure that Enchilada, Penis Head, and Chitsu, really cool lady, by the way, all get talkative too.
Good. Okay, does anyone need anything else from Wiggums, or can I leave you to it?
Yeah, so, yeah, I have question.
Yes?
Okay, alright. So, what if, like, okay, imagine if, we didn't, do the secret, and instead, we just made friends. Is that still possible, or, that, only gotta make friends with the penis head and enchilada.
Yeah, you can make all the friends you like in town as long as
yeah.
you are going to make sure that the people who need to help us with our secret are given what they need to be given.
Okay. Alright, cool. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I would like more stew.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Wiggums, we're done. Stew time. Bye.
Wait. For Wiggums was getting stew.
What? No, Wiggums, how we give Wiggums stew?
No, Wiggums gives us stew.
Oh. Wiggums, can you make stew?
There's like a pause, and you hear the voice that comes through your little telegraphing badges speak up once more and say, okay. Sounds like there's no other issues here that need to be addressed. Please feed the goblins, dentist. It would be most kind of you to do so. But, until tomorrow, Wiggums has other things to do. Lots of goblins to manage. Chief must be talked with too. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
He goes, right. Chief, Snooty, say goodbye. And there's like a pause, and he goes, Chief, say goodbye.
Chief said bye.
Goodbye, Chief.
No.
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 No?
Snooty crosses her up. She's a little jealous that everybody else started saying goodbye afterwards.
Okay, alright. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's okay, Snooty. I understand. Listen. You can have Chief all to Snooty self. It's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. One fair and square. Mm-hmm.
All right. So after that little catch-up moment there, eventually you can you hear the little connector thing separate, and you can't really hear any more like input from Wiggums from the little talkie badges, and Denise just kind of sighs and shakes her head and leans back again in her chair, still holding Gem's hand, and she turns her head over to you, Gem, and kind of looks like she's looking you up and down a little bit, and looks at all of you for a moment, and she goes, "So, How long has it been since you've all had a proper bath?
For what?
Yeah, but is but is that like stew?
What
Cause
is that?
yeah,
Well,
yeah, stew is bath like stew.
I
uh,
would like more stew.
I mean,
Oh yeah, more stew.
I guess comparatively, there are some things
Oh yeah,
you can draw to between stew and baths, but baths are. She points to the tub you guys dragged all the way here, kind of like what you've been doing, pointing to the boggy inside the tub. What he's been doing, but what you do is you get in a warm tub of water, and you take some soap and you put it on yourself and then you wash it off and that helps clean you.
Gen's gonna slowly blink and go,
Awesome.
Desi's gonna stare for a minute and be like,
yeah, okay. That sounds like you're making us into soup with extra steps. So
She shakes her head and goes, no, I'm not making you soup or stew or anything like that. I'm offering to help you all get clean so that tomorrow when we go talk to the sheriff, you won't necessarily be so pungent.
the punch it.
Are you saying we're smelly?
Yes.
No,
What?
she said pungent. It's like when you make dad jokes.
Oh, when you make I got. Why do Mother Goblin yell at baby goblins when eat food?
I don't know.
'Cause they always gobbling. Yeah,
God damn
yeah,
it.
like that.
All right, yeah. So Denise just kind of like pinches the nose of her or the bridge of her nose and sighs a little bit and goes, "Okay, I'll keep it simple. If you go into a warm tub of water together and clean up using a bath, the sheriff will be nicer to you tomorrow."
You think the sheriff is going to love me?
Maybe. Depends
Maybe.
on if you stay in your little doll form or not.
Can I marry the sheriff? I take bath. I could marry.
You
Oh, we have.
don't-
Gubby, we need to get you dressed.
Oh my! I need dress. Dentist,
Yeah,
I need
Buggy.
dress.
fuck.
Buggy, yeah, we need dress for Buggy. And yeah. I make dress. I'm very good at make. Yeah.
She chuckles to herself and goes, "I don't think that the sheriff is in the market for someone to marry at the moment. I'm afraid."
Is he taken? Can I steal him?
Well,
Yeah, we listen. Shh. Dentist, wait 1 second. Gonna lean into Boggy and be like, yeah. We'll put on a talent show. That's what they do. It's like a mating display for tall people. They show singing and dancing and other things, and the most talented wins of like what we got.
Can I tell you my secret talent?
Oh, you have a secret talent?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I could be ventriloquist. I make crispy talk. I go, oh, look at me. I am not working.
Oh, that is good talent.
Then they all clap.
Oh, yeah, you win for sure.
Yeah. Then I
Okay,
marry sheriff.
Yeah, then you marry Chef. Okay. All right. What?
Denise looks at you for a second, Boggy, as you're talking, and goes, "What? Who's Quispy?"
Crispy's my doll.
Yeah.
Your
Chris.
doll?
Yeah.
Yeah, Crispy is a doll. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Can I see him?
No.
I don't know where I put him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
so
you were
Crispy,
currently Crispy and Sweepy are both lying prone in a cart at the side of the Two Night Brewery on the other side of town.
Oh, right. No, sorry, he dead.
Your
died in
doll
a fire.
died?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, a while ago.
Oh no!
No, it's okay. It's okay. These things happen.
I'm so sorry.
He got better.
No, it's okay. I'm not.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, this is all fine and dandy, and I'm sure if you want to ask the sheriff, there might. I mean, Kei might have something to say about that, but they've never spoken about tying the knot, but I mean, they always try to pass it off as something less than it is, but those two are pretty obvious.
What is tying knot?
Oh, tying the knot is an expression that means that you marry somebody.
Wait.
Oh,
Wait. There's rope tying in marriage.
Yeah. Yes. Well, it's born of a practice that in some cultures, two people who get married hold hands, and there is a sort of binding ritual between wrapping like a little cloth or some kind of rope around their arms to tie them together to show that they've been bonded and married. But generally, it's just a general expression, kind of like on the whole metaphor of being tied together as a result of marriage.
Wait, does that mean Desi's not married to the chief?
What? I'm not married, Chief.
No, Snooty. I'm confused.
Gem got sleepy brain. Yeah, very sleepy brain. Wait, yeah, no, Snooty gave, earring. Yeah, that, we have ceremony.
But Snooty's here and not tied to chief.
Wait, how long have to hold hands?
did we not actually have a ceremony? Is Dewey not married to Chief?
Wait, no,
Can I do a society roll?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, cool. One
Better
second.
eaten chief.
Yeah. Is there a particular thing you were looking for in that?
Yeah,
roll?
I'm just trying to figure out if exchanging rings still counts.
Yes, generally the most important part of most marriages that you're familiar with is that two people have rings that are kind of matching, or at least give each other rings to wear at all times to show people they're married.
No, Snooty. The people also do rings, which they do the holding for you. So if he wear ring and you wear ring, it's like long distance holding, kind of like how we talk to Wiggums. But it's not, it's just marriage, long distance marriage. You know how like
She's gonna pull out her sling.
this you
And then she's gonna put a sling bullet into her sling and pull it back.
and this distance, but still together.
And then she's gonna put both of those away.
I don't understand.
You know what? It's very complicated, but just you married. As long as have ring, you married.
Gem now knows how to steal the marriage.
Oh.
It's all coming together.
Is that true? Holds up earring. Does this mean I marry Chief?
Denise looks like closer at it and then goes, what is that made out of?
Ear?
Who's...
Yeah.
Who... I just gotta compose myself on that subscription name.
I am mildly horrified.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Breathe it out, Effie. It's cool. Anyways, yes, you hold up the ring and she looks at it and is just like, you have a ring made whose ear?
But Buggy, who ear this was? You, Gabe.
I don't know. I woke up and he was sleeping on the left. I took his ears and then put him underneath tree. I sort of forgot. Oh wait, no, he's somewhere. Right. I wonder where Crispy left him.
He looks like a little like or sorry, Denise looks a little like, what the fuck? And goes, so you made rings out of someone's ears?
They weren't already dead.
So you made rings out of someone's dead person's ears?
Should they not be made that way?
I'm not gonna judge. You come from a different culture and a different place.
What marriage is supposed to be? That's all I know is a ring. And
okay. Well, the good news is if that's a ring, all right, of a sort. So yeah, you're as long as he has. Who did you marry again? The chief of your village, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as he has one too, you are married.
Okay.
So, I'm not going to question how you make your rings. There's other practices out there. We do all kinds of things with dead animal parts. So it's fine. She looks a little like, and then she just takes a deep breath and goes, Yep, no, I'm prepared for this. Yes, good. It's a very nice ring. I'm sure you're very proud of it.
Okay, so we talk about bath.
Yeah.
Will that make us uglier if
No.
we take a bath?
No, it'll make you even prettier.
Snooty won't be pretty.
Yeah, so all you have to do is I'm going to go ahead and heat up some water and pour it into the tub that you brought to my house, which I'm pretty sure Amiko will probably want that back at some point, but that's a different hill to cross. For now, I'm going to go heat up water, and then once there's nice warm water in this tub, I'll help you all take a bath, okay?
Buggy already in the bath.
Yeah, Buggy in bath.
Did we get more stew?
I can find. I don't think I have. Tell you what, I'll go see what I can rustle up in my kitchen and see if I can maybe make some more stew for you. And if not, I'll have some other food. Okay.
Okay, so I just so understand. If get into and rub soup all over body, then give food.
No, Desi, soap.
So.
Yes, if you soap.
What is soap?
Soup.
Oh,
Soup.
do you think the bathtub is soup now because Buggy's in it?
That's what I said.
Buggy soup
with extra step. This is like when you put frog in water and boil. Is like
I think it's time for the eyebrows. All right, now that we've had a minute of that. Denise just kind of like, she's getting up, and Gam, I assume you're still just anchoring hard to her hand, yeah?
Yeah.
So as she goes to move, she sees that you're still holding very firmly to her hand and goes, Gam, if you want to, you can come to the kitchen with me, or you can stay here with your friends, and I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
So as she goes towards the kitchen, do you just stay attached to her hand?
Yes.
Okay. So she takes you, Gam, with her as she's leaving, and she goes, hold on, everyone. I know you have questions. I'll get everything ready, and then I'll show you what we do for a bath, okay?
Okay.
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 As soon as Denise is out of ear range, I'm gonna turn to Snooty and Buggy and be like,
The gun married dentist, cause now his hand holding is like they never let go now.
Yeah.
It's like
Then
Sarah.
I think them is waiting for us to tie the knot for them.
Oh.
We have to go
This is
find
gonna
the rope.
Des is gonna take off her backpack and start looking at her inventory.
For rope?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I got rope.
Good.
Yeah, have rope.
Now we just have to sneak up and tie the knot.
Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Okay.
All right.
Alright.
Oh boy! All right. As you guys are doing this, also, I'll roll for you, Snooty. But can I get everybody?
I got in.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Oh hell yeah! Good. I'm glad you have your internet back for now.
Just for now, probably.
Yeah.
So that's,
Hopefully it stays up, but
fingers crossed.
yeah. All right. Well, in that case, can I get from everybody, including you, Gam, a perception roll, please? Oh boy! All right. Gem is a little too distracted in the kitchen. Desi, you're the only one who picks this up. But as everybody's you're the one closest to the window. But you can. It's getting to be nighttime now, and it's the sun has fallen, and you are all kind of in her house and ready to. Well, it's dark out. Like it's getting dark out. So there's enough light to call it night now, essentially, or enough not light. Anyways, long story short, as you're sitting there having this conversation with them, you're the one closest to a window nearby, and it's open, so you can hear like the air and the sea and the ocean drifting in, but you swear you hear the distant sound of somebody going, "Oh!"
That's an ugly sounding bird.
It does sound like an ugly sounding bird, for sure. It has a weird echoey tinge to it, almost an ethereal quality. But you don't really. You're like the only person who heard that, though. Everyone else completely unaware. So how do you want to react to hearing this weird, distant, shitty bird?
Hurrah!
Do you do that out the window?
Uh-huh.
All right, so you go ahead and give me a to see if you can do it loud enough. I guess it's athletics due to your lung capacity, probably. Tell you what, fortitude. Give me a fortitude save, and we'll factor that in to see how well you managed to. All right, do you want to keep that roll?
I'm gonna keep that roll, yeah.
Okay, so you lean out the window and give your best response to it, and both Snooty and Boggy are... How do you react to Desi just kind of stopping what she was doing and then shoving her head out the window and sounding like an idiot?
Are we barking at the water again? Okay. Bucky got this. Bucky will climb on all fours to window and join Desi.
Okay, so Boggy, you're gonna start like hooting and hollering out the window?
Yeah, I do. You remember when I was on the left and I went at the water to make Crispy go faster? It's
Yeah.
like that.
Okay,
I go
cool.
there. I stare at the outside. I go. "Ah, gah, 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 gah." Ah, yeah, yeah.
All right. What about you, Snooty? How do you react to these two now doing that?
Snooty's just kind of looking at them like deadpan, kind of doing the wink wonky eye blink, like, what doing?
Heard weird bird, ugly sounding bird, make him call back, kind of, it sound like, wow.
We're trying to get birds.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought we were shouting at water.
Oh, God, water in bathtub, so.
Oh, that's true.
As you're all leaning out of the window, you can hear another distant.
Yeah, see, wow.
You're right, that is so ugly.
Yeah, the bird very ugly. See, you can just tell. It go wow, and you're just like, oh, that is ugly bird.
Oh, ah, gah, 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 gah.
As this is going on, in the kitchen, Gam, you are with Denise, and Denise is kind of like helping guide you through the house to the part of her home that is her kitchen, and it's a modest little affair. And she starts loading up some wood into a stove and lights it up and begins to look around for anything that she might have to provide you with any kind of food and stuff. And she looks for a minute and she grabs a little wheel of like cheese. And she turns around and says, "Until I can get any stew started, would you like some cheese, Gam?"
Yes.
She hands you like this small wheel of cheese.
I try to shove it all in my face.
Give me a fortitude save to see how well you avoid choking yourself on it.
Oh, I got this.
Hey, there you go. It's a little rough for her to watch as you literally just turn this thing like sideways and hockey puck it into your mouth, like just start like obnoxiously chewing on it. So Denise just kind of gives a little giggle at your antics and just turns around and she says, "Okay, what I'm gonna have you do is, do you want to help me make the stew, Gam?"
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna grab things around the kitchen as I tell you, and we're gonna add them to the pot. But first, before we get that all going, I need to make sure whatever the fuck they're doing out there is, because she just like tilts her head and hears all of you going like ah, gah, 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 like out the window, and she just looks perplexed and goes, "Do you know what your friends are doing? Should I be worried about that, or is it normal?"
I'm gonna slow blink at her.
Yes.
Denise has a moment of contemplation, wondering, should I figure out what the fuck that is? And then goes, "You know what, it can probably, unless it turns into loud screaming, I think it can wait until after we get the stew ready." So she basically moves around the kitchen and is asking you while you're holding her hand, because she realizes that you're just not going to let go of her hand. And she's handing you things. So she's like, "Okay, take this, and like handing you bits of food to hold on to put in the stew. Are you going to be good and hold them, or are you just going to start shoving things in your face?"
I might start shoving things in my face.
Alright, so as she starts putting random bits and pieces into your hands to get ready, one of them is like a whole potato, and you start jamming it in your mouth, and she turns to go, it goes and goes, "Oh, no, hold on, don't eat anything I give you yet. We have to prepare it to make the stew, okay?"
What?
She just sighs and goes, "Okay."
I wanna, whatever I got in my mouth at the moment, I'm gonna spit it out and put it in a bowl in front of me.
You can tell that she has immediately lost her appetite, but she looks at it and just kind of nods and goes, "Oh, okay, good." So she gets a big pot of water from a supply of water that she has in her kitchen on hand, and kind of hooks it up over a little fire in her fireplace. And she goes, okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to tell you to take a thing, and you're going to put it into the pot, and then once you're done doing that, stew's done, okay?
Yeah. Let's go.
Alright, so as she eventually guiding you through grabbing things and throwing them in the pot, and, I could act out another 15 minutes of this for sure, but we're just gonna yada yada and say eventually through, no doubt more chicanery at hand, eventually there is now a hastily assembled, boiled stew of random assortment of things. You get the impression that, as a player, not as your goblin, that Denise probably was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna throw some things in a pot of water, make sure that it's boiled up enough and give it to them, because I imagine they don't have high standards. So, after a little bit of time passes, Desi and Snooty and Boggy, are you gonna continue to call out the window, or what's your course of action as this is all going on in the kitchen?
The bird doesn't make any more bird noises.
As you guys are like yelling out, you can't hear any more ugly bird noises. It's quiet, no matter how much noise and crazy shit you're making.
Okay. I guess I'll hop down from the window, and I'm gonna go toddle into the kitchen. I am now curious.
Alright, so you enter the kitchen about the same time that Gem has now finally finished helping with the preparations, air quotes, of the ingredients required to throw together the stew. And Gem is still holding Denise's hand as she's using this large wooden ladle, to steer the concoction. And it smells pretty good-ish. So, yeah, what would you like to do as you enter the kitchen, Desi?
Is Gem still holding Dentist's hand?
Yes.
I imagine so, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tie knot for them.
Alright, so Dentist Denise is a little preoccupied with stewing the stew and is a bit amused, so she doesn't really notice you coming up to tie, as she's just like, she looks a little lost in thought about a few things. So as you come up and tie this length of rope around their wrists, kind of binding them together, she stops and turns and looks at it and goes, Desi, what are you doing?
Gem and Dentist Manny, that you hold hands just like you say, so we help tie knot. Yeah. So, yeah.
Gem, what's your reaction to this?
Is Dennis a chief?
Dentist is chief?
She
No,
looks...
no,
They
dentist is chef.
Oh yeah, dentist is chef. Second most important job.
As this is going on in the
Important.
kitchen, Snooty, what are you doing?
Snooty's just looking around like, huh. Just kind of like not knowing what was going on. First they were barking out the window, now they're tying knots. She's just gonna just sit there and waiting for everything at this point. She's just like, Snooty tired.
Boggy, what about you? Are you going to go into the kitchen as well, or are you staying out in the more front room?
Buggy is not done calling through the water.
Alright, so you will resume agagagging at it?
Yeah, water needs to know its place.
Okay.
That Buggy job.
Alright. So Denise looks at you, Desi, and goes, okay, sorry, I'm getting a lot of things here right now. I'm trying to make you guys stew, but are you saying that you're trying to marry me and Gem? Is that it?
Yeah. Cause it's holding hands and yeah.
And Gem, you want to marry a chief? Is that what I'm hearing?
Like you. Yeah.
I'm flattered. I'm not a chief. I'm not even a. Your little friend out there is being generous, but I'm no special cook either. I'm just putting together the stew. I'm not a chief, but she like looks a little like flustered in the face, and she goes, "Is that I understand you've been holding my hand for quite some time, and you might." She doesn't really know where to go with this, and she goes, "Tell you what, why don't we readdress this after everyone has some stew and a bath, okay?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but okay. Okay, but water is cold.
She nods and says, I know. Don't worry. We're gonna have the stew. I'm gonna heat up some more water, and then I'll show you all the whole bath thing. Okay?"
Uh, okay, but okay.
Desi's gonna turn around and walk into the other room and just kind of go like stand next to Snooty and be like,
Now Desi tired. Very, very. Buggy.
It's tiring. Very tiring.
It's very tiring.
Mhm.
But
Boggy's
Yes.
is. Oh, go ahead, Desi.
Buggy, make sure not fall a window.
Why would Bucky fall out window? What do you mean?
I don't
But,
know.
Boggy, you get it. You turn around and stand up on your two legs instead of four, and say, "What do you mean?" Like curiously, and then you kind of slip a little bit, and you lose your footing, and then stand straight. But you haven't fallen. But you did look like you were about to.
Buggies wobble, but they don't fall down.
Desi's just gonna look at Snooty and be like,
It's tiring. You do good job. You like Mrs. Chief. Thank you for handling Wigglum's call.
and then Desi's gonna pat Snooty on the head.
Really liking the compliment. She kind of blushes. She goes, Mrs. Chief. I like that.
Yeah, Mrs. Chief Snooty is nice. Is big mouthful. Everybody likes big mouthful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know I do. Anyways, coming around the corner, holding basically like the pot of well, okay, never mind. So we have to go back to the kitchen. Denise does like her best to get this stew into working edible order, and then just starts taking like ladles of it into some bowls that she has. And she's trying to do this all one-handedly and just stops for a minute and goes, Gam, can you help me with this?
Yeah.
Okay, what I want you to do is hold these two bowls. And she puts two bowls on the counter.
Hold on, Gem's got to think about this. Hold on, she can do it. Give me a moment. Grab the one bowl. No, she hasn't got it.
So Denise notices Gem struggling because you're like, but holding hand, but also bowl. And she just laughs to herself and goes, okay, hold on. So what you're going to do is for just temporarily, you're going to let go of my hand, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you're going to put one bowl in each of your hands.
But your hand.
Don't worry. That will come in play later. You can take my hand again later, but first I need you to carry some stew.
Okay.
All right. So does Gem now have 2 bowls in her hands?
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll hold the
She-
two both.
She scoops out a bit of stew and pours it into one of the bowls. What's your reaction?
I'm gonna sip on it.
It's really hot.
Why is it like this?
So it's just been in the hot pot here. This, and she gestures to like the cauldron thing that she's been using to make it, and she goes, "It's gonna take a little bit, but then it'll be. You can eat it. Just gotta wait. Just gotta wait a little bit, okay?"
Okay.
And she scoops out another ladle of stew and puts it in the other bowl that you're holding. How do you react to that?
Oh, the exact same thing.
Fucking Denise is just gonna look at you like, oh, poor stupid creature, and she's just gonna sigh and take one of the remaining bowls on the counter, quickly ladle in stew, and go, okay. Now we take all 3 of these bowls out to your friends, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, follow me again.
Okay.
All right, so as she's coming out around the corner, she overhears the conversation about the big mouthfuls, and she says, "I've got some big mouthfuls here for everybody."
Oh, yeah, that's good.
And-
Everybody likes a lady that can give big mouthfuls.
And she nods and kind of laughs a little to herself and prefers one of the bowls with the stew in it to you, Desi, holding it out in front of you. Do you take it?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
Yes, I realized somebody blurped you. Denise hands you, Desi, one of the bowls of stew.
Okay, I'm gonna take it.
All right. And she turns around and goes, okay, and reaches out for you to hand one from your hand to her again.
I'll reach out reach the bowl out towards.
All right, so she takes the bowl and says, thank you, Gam. And turns around to Snooty and goes, Snooty, here's some stew for you.
Ah, thank you.
Wait,
Takes it with
I
2
want
hands.
that one.
You know what?
And Snooty straightens up a little bit. Goes,
As Mrs. Chief, I let you have this one.
Ah,
You let me have it?
That's right, you can has this one.
Okay.
Put the other bowl down and pick that one up.
All right. Snooty, do you just take the other bowl?
Yeah.
Okay. So she laughs a little bit and looks over in Boggy's direction. Boggy, are you still agagaing the water?
Yeah, I'm still on the windowsill, trying to tell the water to know its place.
She looks a little quizzically and looks at the rest of you and goes, is your friend okay? Pointing to Boggy.
yeah, no. No.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Desi's gonna curtsy despite not wearing any like skirt.
Thank you, Mrs. Chief Snooty. Buggy is very small, which means Buggy has very small brain. Sometimes a Buggy goes but sometimes does not consider why.
Okay, no, why go agaga?
Why go?
You should be thankful if if Buggy didn't go agaga to water, it would float away. I have to put water down.
Okay, but what about water in the tub?
Water in the tub stays in there because it loves Buggy. I gave Buggy a bat hug.
Jesse's gonna look at Snooty, and then look at Buggy, and then look at Gem. Realizes that Gem is absolutely no help in any intellectual pursuits. Turns back to Snooty and goes,
I don't think that's how it works.
Snooty looks like she's thinking way too hard for this, and looks over at Buggy and goes,
Buggy, if you don't eat stew, it do the same.
Why would I eat it? I should just go agaga to soup.
Right, so you do agaga to soup.
Okay, I understand. Dentist, can you put bowl outside on the go around for me?
Like, she sighs for a minute and goes, so, am I hearing that... Excuse me, everyone. She turns to look at look at you, Desi, and goes, does he eat?
Yeah, Buggy likes to. Wait,
"Gotta turn to Snooty."
does Buggy eat? Have we seen Buggy eat?
Snooty's gonna shrug.
Jesse's gonna shrug back.
Buggy, do you eat food?
When you say eat, is that like air quotes? Or is that like...
No, like, it's like,
No.
Oh,
Jesse's gonna turn, now that she's settled this, to the dentist and go,
Buggy does not go, so, is the, no eat, only
Denise looks like a little perplexed at this whole interaction. Is having a little trouble coming up with like what she should do next. And then she goes, well, tell you what, why don't I think that if you do your little ritual from the windowsill towards all these bowls, and points to like all the bowls that Gem, Snooty, and Desi are holding of the stew, you should be able to keep those stews in line while the rest of these goblins make sure that they eat it.
Yeah, but friends told me if I eat it, same thing happens. So I trust them with their bowl, but I have to keep water down and soup.
Okay. She's gonna go into the kitchen real quickly, and she's just gonna take an empty bowl, and she walks over to the window, and she just kind of goes, she makes like a little gesture to draw your attention, Boggy, away. And as you're looking at it, she just throws the empty bowl outside onto the grass and goes, okay, look there, see, there's a bowl of the soup. You can multitask.
Yeah. What? Dentist.
Yes.
Dentist.
Yes.
The soup already got away from that bowl. You weren't quick enough with the agagas.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Tell you what, maybe in the morning we can find it.
You think? Wait, can you fly?
No.
But it's like, see, if I don't put water down, it flies away.
Oh no. Then I guess it. I guess it got away.
No, not my. This is just like that time I got the balloon.
That was a tragic day.
Meanwhile, Desi, Gem, and Snooty, are you all helping yourselves to your bowls of stew?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Desi, okay. Cool. So as you're eating away, she just doesn't know how to handle Boggy at the moment. And she goes, okay, well, why is it important the water stay in the bowl. Maybe it would like to fly around.
Dentist. Water does not get to choose. Boggy chooses. Boggy is keeper of the water. The agagagagagwa.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
She looks at you for a second with like she just doesn't know how to handle the progression of this and goes, okay, all right, fair enough. Well, when the water returns, I will make sure that it knows that it should ask you in the future before going away, yes?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good, perfect. In the meantime, you're welcome to keep telling the rest of the water out there what's for, okay?
Okay. Boggy, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it normal to have ugly birds here? Does Point Sand have ugly birds?
Ugly birds?
Yeah.
I don't... I mean, some are uglier than others, I guess, but...
No. So, like, you kind of look at seagull and you're like, ugh, I don't know about that. But tastes good, so it's okay. No, this one sounded like, this one sounded irredeemable.
A bird beyond redemption sounds like a really edgy, like... like collection of goth poetry or something.
Despite all my rage.
All right, yeah. So she looks at you for a minute, and then something dawns on her and goes, "Oh, did it sound like?" And she leans out the window and points at an island that's like a kind of a it looks like a bit of an extension away from the mainland, but is definitely its own kind of like island space. And she goes, "Did it sound like it was coming from there?"
Does he?
Yeah.
Does he? Where ugly bird come from?
Do I know what direction it came from?
Yeah, you picked it up as coming from like over near the island across the way.
Yeah, it's it came from over there. So yeah, Buggy probably told you, but very ugly bird.
She looks like she's thinking for a minute and goes, "Okay, I'll tell you what that noise was, but only once you take your baths, okay?"
This sounds like bath prostitution, but fine.
She looks at you and says, how do you know about that word?
Huh? Oh, Desi has approximate knowledge of many things.
So do I.
Fuck. Alright, so she just kind of nods her head and goes, You are an interesting group. Alright, why don't you all wait here? I'm gonna go get the soap and more hot water, and then I'll show you all how bath works, okay?
Okay.
Getting sleepy.
Yes, of course. We'll go to bed soon. Trust me, I'll make sure that you all have a nice, comfy place to sleep, and in the morning we can go see the sheriff. But for the time being, we just need to get you all bathed now, okay?
Yeah.
Desi's just like leaning her head on Snooty's shoulder because it's all fluffy.
Snooty, are you still conscious, or are you like passing out?
Snooty was tired, but she's not like I'm about to pass out tired.
Okay.
So she's just like, there, with one free hand, holding the bowl in the other, as she just like slurps down the rest of it.
So she just, Denise just like
Uh,
Oh,
Uh-oh.
wait. I
Did
think
we go
have
down?
and
Oh, there we go. He just did a
Internet.
little hiccup.
Okay.
Internet did fucky wucky.
It did. It did do the fucky wucky. But we're good. We're good. We're here.
Internet went moing.
God damn it.
Do you know what sleeping and clowns have in common?
Oh, no. What does clown and sleeping have in common?
They both have hunk shoes.
That was great. I actually really liked that one.
I'm just going to put the eyebrows back on.
You should just glue those on from now on.
Yeah,
They're just-
I
they
mean,
should be
like,
there
why do
the whole
I?
time while we're
Yeah,
here.
I should just never take these off during these sessions. Anyways, Denise gets up and kind of brushes herself off a little bit from kneeling down to talk to all of you and goes, "Okay, I'm just gonna get the bath going. Try not to fall asleep too quickly, and then we'll sort everything out. Don't worry, but just stay there, okay? Everyone, just stay here. I'll be right back."
Okay.
Gem, are you still gonna try to, like, you realize you're not holding her hand at the moment, and she's walking away. Do you have a reaction to that, or?
I'm ready to like panic, grab her hand, and follow up.
All right, so as she's turning around the corner to like go down the hall, you just run after her and grab her hand.
Yep.
She laughs and goes, "Okay, I understand. Let's." And she's holding your hand and walking into the kitchen. She takes another big thing of water and starts heating it up, and goes, "All right, we're gonna go get the soap now, okay?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So, just so we don't spend like 4 hours, in this whole scenario in the house, I'm gonna yada things a little bit. Hold on, I know you're having fun, but we get
Help
to the
me
point.
get through my mother issues, Silver.
Wait, you're gonna marry your mom?
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's a whole different psychological. I'm not qualified for that. Sorry.
Unfortunately, you've been burdened with it anyway.
Mhm.
Thanks for being my DM.
You're welcome. So, after a little yada yada, there is now a warm tub of water sitting in the main room here, and Denise has this weird-looking white bar in her hand that I imagine, has already tried to keep out of Gem's mouth on 2 or more occasions. And as all of you are sitting here around this tub, she goes, "Okay, now what you're gonna do," and she just kind of looks you all over and goes, "It's more effective the less clothes you wear, but I don't know how you guys handle being naked around each other in your culture. So
I knew this was bad prostitution.
It sounds like it.
she looks a little embarrassed and goes, You know what? Don't worry about it. I'm sure it'll be fine if we'll get your clothes clean too. If I put you all in."
Wait, is like swimming?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, Snooty likes swimming, and then she goes, whoop, and just hops right on in.
Just jumps in, wear clothes and all.
Oh no.
Oh, she disrobes and jumps in, is what you're saying.
Yep.
Okay. So Denise looks a little embarrassed and gives a little chuckle and goes, yeah, anyways, go ahead and if you want, I can make sure that your clothes are washed for the night as well, separately, but otherwise just jump in however you want in the tub. And she looks at Boggy and goes, I think you spent a lot of time in the water already, but if you want to join in, I'm sure it'll be fine to... It should be fine. And she goes to pick you up. Are you gonna have a reaction, or are you gonna let her pick you up?
So while she's like saying words to me, I'm like muttering, how take off if I'm close? And then when she tries to reach down for me, I go,
she like leans back and goes, "Oh, okay, all right, yeah, no, it's okay,
no
it's all
touching me,
right."
Bucky.
Okay, tell you what, if you want to get into the tub with everyone else, you can. Otherwise, I'm just gonna let you do your thing. Okay?
Bucky, no trust goblins in hot water.
Oh, what? Why?
Last time Buggy got in water with goblins and was warm, Buggy got assaulted by Southern Scratchy Instrument.
Oh, oh boy. All right. So she just kind of nods her head and goes, I understand. And then she turns to look at Desi and goes, Desi, would you like to jump in the tub?
Okay. I can't even go talk to Goblin Chris Hansen, so I guess you lucky this time.
And then Desi's gonna kind of like try to get out of her clothes. It's getting caught in her tail. She's gonna spin in a circle, trying to like get her tail to get the clothes off. She's gonna trip. She's gonna start rolling around for a minute, kicking, fighting. A shoe goes flying, and then eventually she gets up, and then climbs into the tub with one shoe.
Denise is just like watching this, wondering like, is it gonna help more if I try to help, or is she just doesn't know how to handle the whirlwind of chaos that is you disrobing? And so she turns to look at Gam and goes, Gam, would you like to get in too?
Yes. And immediately gets in, clothes and everything.
All right.
Still holding her hand.
Yes.
All right.
Obviously.
So she's just kind of like, whoa, and is pulled towards the tub a little bit, and then she's still holding on to the soap. So now that Desi, Gam, and Snooty are in this tub of hot water, Boggy, what are you going to be doing?
Buggy will not. Desi, how do I meet Chris Handsome?
Chris Hansen, well, you have to report crime, like bath prostitution, and usually, Chris Hansen comes around from a door and talks to the person that committed the crime and says, here, come have a seat, I think we should talk. And then usually there is the police.
Gobby, you should report the untamed stew on them.
The what stew?
Untamed.
Untamed. Oh my god, you're right. How dare that soup get away from me? Okay, I have to actually go now. Thank you for your hospitality, dentist. I'll be back.
Goodbye, Buggy.
Do you leave the building, Boggy?
I have to go talk to people. Who cast spell to get hold of Chris Handsome?
She looks a little like bewildered. Denise is just like, I'm not understanding this conversation at all, and goes, but Boggy, it's nighttime now. Most people are asleep. In the morning, this can be done where we're going to talk to the sheriff too, okay?
Are you a conspirator?
No?
Likely story. The subspiracy thickens.
Oh, fuck my... I'll put these back on. Alright, meanwhile, she just
I told
kind
you
of...
not to take those off.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking. She doesn't really know how to handle this and goes, okay, Boggy, just stay in my house until morning, okay?
Is the soup coming back in the morning?
Yes.
We will see about that. We will see.
Okay. Yes, we will. We'll see in the morning, all right?
Buggy now walks over to any unattended fabric and does kiddie kneading until he sleeps.
Okay. Oh, hello, Grishki, for the raid on Effie's channel. Effie, do you want to say a quick little hello to the raiders?
Yeah. Hi. Hi, Raiders. I'm Effie the Cat in the box where it's at. I'm a variety streamer by trade, but I play a lot of horror games, and lately I've been doing a lot of tabletops and stuff. You actually just came into us playing BB
Oh
Goblins.
God. Sorry, it's okay.
And-
Continue.
What?
No, I accidentally triggered a really loud noise, so I apologize everybody for that. It's something auto-loaded an ad, and I was very sad. So continue. My bad. Apologies.
Yeah, the Castro PNG is so good. Grisky, welcome. Merry-go-round, Grisky, and Synth the Reaper. Thank you so much for the follow. Come in the box for come because you've got hot chocolate with marshmallows and bleeds, and now we got you. How the hell are ya? But yeah, welcome in. Called it 1987 Foxy. Thank you so much for the follow. Come in the box for come because you've got hot chocolate with marshmallows and bleeds, and now we got you. How the hell are you? And extra level? Wait. No, is that a 10? 10 level scared? Is that how it is? 10 level scared and snake explosive. Thank you so much for the welcome in the box for come big cozy. We got hot chocolate with marshmallows and blankets, and now we got you too. How the hell are you?
Do you want to tell them what we're getting up to, Desi?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm playing a goblin named Desi, and currently what's going on is we were in a goblin tribe with Snooty and Gam and Buggy, who are my friends, and also the PNGs that are on there. If they'd like to say hi, so you know which one's which.
Hello. Hi.
Gam.
Snooty.
Snooty.
Sorry, my mic cut out for a moment. I apologize.
That is Snooty.
Hello, hi. That's all I have to say because I don't know what's happening. Everything went out.
And then Buggy. And we're playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition. We're playing Amz Goblinz. Silver is DMing. And we're just, we're causing some goblinly bullshit. We started out in a tribe. We were sent to go get some fireworks from a boat, which the goblins call a butt. And we brought them back. We became the most important goblins. And now we were sent on a super secret mission to kill Enchilada, Penis Head Sheriff, and some other people. Which we're doing so fucking well on right now.
Yeah. So far the body count totals several buildings and the goblin squash stables of the town of Sandpoint. That's about what they've managed so far. And they did meet Amiko Kaijitsu in the Rusty Dragon. So those of you who are not familiar with it, this is the town of Sandpoint, a very well-known Pathfinder town. And what we're doing right now is a campaign called Amz Goblinz, which is a extension and evolution of the Be Goblins game thing, Pathfinder module, that is quite popular. So essentially what's going on here is these 4 goblins have been sent to pursue some agendas on behalf of their chief and his representative Wiggums, which for those of you who are new here, actually I'll show you those characters right now if you would like. So we have, there we go, Chief Belly Bloat. Oh, he's asleep right now, don't wake him. And Wiggums, his assistant, also known as like the representative of the chief's will. Nobody else nobody is allowed to hear what the chief has to say because his voice is considered too terrifying and too powerful for most normal goblins. So Wiggums translates the will of the chief for the tribe. So yes, they are they're out pursuing that now. So if you guys are enjoying what you're seeing so far and want to join in the shenanigans with us or catch any of the previous stuff we've done, you can go to the YouTube link that is in that pile of URLs here. I'll post it one more time for anybody who needs it. But if you want to check out our previous sessions, you can go to that YouTube link there and watch them on what the fuck, Ash? Sorry, we have a group chat and sometimes they post things and it distracts me. But yes, those are all the relevant links for everybody who's part of this project, and we've been doing it for 6 sessions now. And we do it every Sunday at 11 p.m. Pacific time. So if you guys want to tune in here on Effie the Cat's channel and watch it going forward, you're welcome to. But for the time being, why don't we go ahead and get back into the adventure? And thank you so much for everybody who is following and supporting and engaging with Effie the Cat's channel here. And we hope you enjoy what we are doing. So, Denise, yada, 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 now catching up with things here. Snooty,
Can I
and
do one
Desi.
thing real quick?
Yes, of course.
1 second. The champion of Splooge, please. 1 second. The champion of Splooge, thank you so much for the follow, comment, box, freaking coffee, because we got hot chocolate, marshmallows, and blankets, and now we got you in a restraining order. How the hell are you?
That's a good
Sorry,
extra
I had to say
addition.
that.
Thank
It's
you.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah,
remember
no.
to hydrate. I'll be quiet now. We're good. We're going back into D&D mode. Woo!
Yes, 100%. So, moving onward. So Denise is now watching you guys kind of splash about in this barrel in this container of water, and it's just big enough that like Snooty, Gem, and Desi, the three of you fit okay in it. I mean, you're small, so it's not going to be a bunch of space, but it is. The water is warm and comfortable, and it is very cozy to be in it. And as you're sitting there, she takes the bar of soap. Denise holds it up, and she goes, "Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to help scrub you down." So she takes Snooty's arm and goes, "Is this okay?" Like holding this bar of soap against your arm without moving it.
Does it feel like it burns?
No, it feels weird and bubbly and kind of slimy.
What? It is the soup?
No, this is bath. We are bathing so that when we see
No,
the
the
sheriff...
thing against me. What is
this is
And she
soap.
points to the yeah.
This is soap.
So soup.
Soap.
So soup.
Okay, it's white. It's white cleany brick.
Oh. Okay. That's okay.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so this is the white cleany brick, and when I do this, and she starts kind of rubbing it along your arm gently, Snooty, it starts to create like a film of soapiness and bubbles.
Whoa.
But
Look, bubbles.
it made bubbles. Wait, what is cleaning brick made out of?
She looks a little quizzically and goes, I'm not entirely sure what goes into making these soaps. I have a fair number of them, and I actually brought these from Magnamar. They're pretty diverse, but this one is the most basic. And I'm going to be honest, I don't really know what goes into making soap. I just know that you use it to be cleaner.
Can I use a society check real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. All right, you are
I know
familiar. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Desi.
Do I know what soap's made out of?
Do you know what soap is made out of?
Yeah. Do I know that soap is made out of mostly animal fat?
Yeah, you would know that in this instance it is definitely made out of like animal fat and a couple of other extra ingredients, but primarily I think the only thing you would really remember is that like there's a what is that shit called? It's like a mixture of fats and oils and other things that you don't really quite recall the name of, but it does have like animal fat and different kinds of like scented oil or different kinds of oil.
Oh, animal fat. That sounds amazing.
I'm gonna take the bar and I'm gonna take a bite out of it.
Denise is gonna hold it away from you and go, no, don't eat. Don't eat the white cleany brick.
She's gonna put her fists on her hips and she's gonna look very offended. And just stay.
Well, Yeah, well, Desi knows that that's called soap. And I know it's made out of animal fat. But fine.
So she nods and goes, "Oh, pardon me. Excuse me. You can tell you what. If you all sit still and let me use the cleaning brick to make sure that we get all the dirt and guck off of you, then we can see maybe about you trying some pieces of this to see if you like how it tastes. Okay?"
Okay, listen, lady.
Desi's gonna kind of sitting naked in a tub with her hands on her head, looking indignant.
You know, listen. I'm an adult. You can't just, you just
Yeah.
read yourself.
Okay. So she
Yeah.
laughs and goes, "Okay, I'm gonna do you one at a time with the soap here. So we're gonna start with Snooty, and then I'll get to you. Okay?"
Yeah, but then it's gonna taste like Snooty.
Trust
I
me.
know eat.
It won't.
No eat.
Well, I'm not trying to eat you. That's why I say I don't want it to taste like Snooty.
But
Wait,
Oh.
are we eating Snooty?
No eating Mrs. Chief.
But won't that make me Mrs. Chief?
No, that is not how it works.
Huh?
I think. No, not how it works.
I don't know how things work. Just don't eat me. No eat.
Please?
No, Kem.
I'm gonna grab Kem's cheeks and I'm gonna pull on him a little bit.
No.
Whoa.
No eat. Stop.
Denise is gonna laugh and she's gonna continue kind of scrubbing down Snooty, and is doing her best in your hair as well with what she can, and is just kind of looking at it like, maybe I'm gonna need a bit more here in this process. But
It's
as
just, like,
she's
super floofed out with like sticks and stuff coming out of it, and it's,
yeah,
like,
so
a
she's
frog jumps out.
yeah yeah, so she starts picking the debris out of your hair and is like looking at you like fully realizing like, oh, okay, hold on. And she's going to take the soap with her, and she's going to be like, I'll be right back. And she goes to her bathroom, and she comes back with a hairbrush and some other, like, oils and other things. And she's like, all right, I've got my work cut out for me tonight. And she looks at Snooty and goes, okay, Snooty, just hold still, and I'm going to make sure that you're nice and clean, okay?
Oh, okay. Only 'cause you said we gonna look pretty.
Yes, you will look very pretty. All right,
Yeah,
so
I stay still.
And she grabs onto the sides of the tub to like completely make sure she is absolutely still.
So as she continues to go about cleaning you and scrubbing you down and everything, and the rest of you are sitting there waiting patiently to get more kind of like cleaning, and she's like instructing the other two of you, like, put water on yourselves and like rub your arms and legs, while she's like getting ready to move over to Gam and Desi. But yada yada, bathing, blah blah blah, you all can fill in the blanks. As she's doing that, she continues to talk and she says, so you were asking about the weird bird, yeah?
Yeah, ugly bird.
Okay, well, I haven't been in Sandpoint. I wasn't living in Sandpoint when this happened, but apparently what somebody in town told me is that there's a ghost that lives on that island.
What? A ghost of an ugly bird?
No, a ghost of a man.
Are men ugly birds?
Yeah, that's a good question.
She laughs to herself and goes, I don't think I'm an authority on that enough to say if men are ugly birds or not, but some of the men I've met, and she just like shakes her head, I could definitely say qualify as that. But, and you know what? Maybe I can do it justice. I think I've been a local long enough. I can probably tell the story, do it. But how would you all like to hear the tale of Jervis Stute?
Yeah,
Does-
yeah.
That sound like a bullion.
She nods her head and goes, No, 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 no. Jervis wasn't a Stute. He was a man.
No,
Why
I
he
think
called
I
the
met
Stute?
him.
Well, I
Yeah,
guess
so
that's
this
what
sounds
his
like stew.
that's what his parents named him.
Do they hate him?
Probably, considering what he did.
Oh, okay.
So she continues to tell the story, and feel free to interrupt at any point if you feel you would like to continue. But as she continues onward, she says, Jervis was a man who used to live here in Sandpoint, and he made his home on the island over there. And apparently, what he used to do was he would go around the buildings in town and would make these really impressive carvings and art pieces and all kinds of things related to birds. And people considered it a great honor for Stute to give them these things to make it look really good around the house. But what people didn't know is that Jervis wasn't well. He had other priorities, shall we say, and Jervis actually was sneaking around the town killing people.
Is that how you catch birds? Do you just have to kill people?
She looks like surprised at you and goes, No, that is not how you catch birds. I don't know where that line of questioning is going to go, but I'm going to tell you right now, people dying does not equal bird capture. Okay?
Can I make a society roll?
Yes, you can make a society roll.
Okay. But then why call group of blackbirds a murder? Huh?
Fuck.
Oh, she make a point. That
It's
sound like
the point.
misnomers.
And was right about so maybe bigger Brian than dentist.
It's okay, dentist. I'm not smart either.
That's okay. I'll teach you everything I know.
Oh god, she sighs and goes, Sometimes when a flock of blackbirds get together and are called a murder, that's because it's often associated with an ill omen. So that means that when there's a lot of blackbirds around, something bad is happening, is why it's called that. It's not actually related to killing people.
Is murder not bad omen?
Oh,
What is bad
it
omen?
definitely is. And honestly, the blackbirds could be associated with the murder. They would go looking for a dead person and eat them, probably, if they are, visible. But you're taking me away from the story of Jervis Stute here, Desi.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you continue.
Thank you. Fucking goblins.
It was Jervis. She's cute.
So she nods her head and says, as I hear it, he used to be also known locally when there were all the murders that were happening in town. There was actually an affair that happened involving a person named Chopper. So there was a serial killer going around killing people in town that they had named Chopper. And apparently, this Chopper and Jervis were the same person.
Did you know a group of crows is called a murder?
She gives you like an oh honey look and like rubs the top of your head, Gem, and just goes, thank you,
What?
Gem.
I'm smart.
Yes, very smart. And she just kind of chuckles to herself as she continues to help, like, by this point she's like combing Snooty's hair and trying her absolute best not to like pull on it too hard, but it is definitely a bit of a fucking mess for sure. And so as she's
you see
using her
Snooty
brush
like
on it,
crying, but like trying very hard not to move. So she's like not talking, and she's like biting her lips, like.
You know,
Beauty is pain.
yeah, Desi's all keeping ugly. You know, I don't think I want that.
she nods her head and says, "Now, I'm not too fully aware of what happened in all aspects, but the man known as Jervis Stute apparently died when he was fighting or trying to kill the former, I think, husband or maybe boyfriend. I'm not sure. Anyways, the mayor's former partner was unfortunately one of his last victims and managed to kill him. But they say that the ghost of Mr. Stute, also known as Chopper, still lives on that island, and occasionally you can hear him making very poor imitations of bird calls from the edge of the island. As far as I hear it, the locals have assured me that his ghost can't leave the island, but he does come. I've seen it. I've seen him come to the edge of the island every now and then because I was curious when I first moved here, and of course living so close to it. Apparently the locals call that island Chopper's Island, and he lives on it. No, I've wanted to go over there and take a look at it before, but I've been cautioned by many here not to go on to the island, so I haven't ever traveled over there. But I've heard that he built quite an interesting little shack, and some rumors also say that there might be something underneath his house, but nobody's ever given me more details than that. And honestly, it's a sore subject for a few people in this town. They don't like to talk about it on often. Some people like to talk about it because it's a fun little ghost story to tell, but people here were definitely killed, and that is a sore spot for some of the folks. Does anyone have anything they want to say to her?
Snooty's still
No.
trying not to make any noises.
So, you know, I have a question.
Desi?
Okay. So, if ghosts, why need house?
Well, I'm not sure. I don't know why he stays on the island, or I'm gonna be honest with you, Desi, I'm not very well versed in ghosts. I don't know my way around spooks and specters very well.
Okay, but what if I just burn a whole island down to ground, and then we can see him? Because if ghost, then don't dive to fire, and then we can sit in boat and be like, "Hey, it's ghost."
Well, I don't know if that would work or not, but I feel like the people in town have probably dealt with enough fires recently, so
Yeah, probably.
they might
that's
not be
okay.
too happy about you setting fire to anything on that island, even though it probably won't reach the rest of the town. I don't know if they'd be too pleased with that.
Okay.
But I have heard stories that sometimes where a location or remains of a creature that is haunting something, ghosts can be... I think the way it works is you burn their remains, or you burn where they're haunting. I'm not sure on the specifics, but I know that fire is involved with something related to ghosts, and some say that can help them move on or get rid of them. But I'm no priest, so don't take my word for it. But it's what I've heard.
Okay.
She looks down at Snooty and goes, Snooty, I need to dunk you under the water very briefly. Is that okay?
Well, I won't, die, right?
No, it'll be far too quick for you to do any drowning.
Oh, okay. Hold breath.
Yes, hold your breath.
You see her go and like grab her nose.
And up until, like, she was trying to kind of, like, very stealthily work some oils she had into the hair while massaging your head to kind of, like, do, like, a shampooing. And then she just pushes you down under the water very briefly and just kind of very quickly scrubs the top of your head with your hair before helping haul you back up to the surface of the water.
It was... You held me down.
No, sorry, I was just helping you. Don't worry, you're okay. No, you're not gonna... You're fine. You're okay, Snooty.
She starts tearing up.
Okay, it was scary.
I understand, but you're a very brave goblin for doing that, okay?
I'm brave?
Yes, very brave.
Okay, I stay brave.
So she nods her head and says, okay, you're all clean now. I've got you nice and clean. You can get out of the tub whenever you want. And she moves over to Desi and is like, all right, Desi, it's your turn.
Yeah, Desi left something in the oven. Desi gonna go get it. Be back when bath time over.
Sorry. Question. You're just leaping out of the bathtub and running away? Is that what I'm hearing, more or less?
Basically, yeah, no, fuck that shit.
Alright, so naked Desi Goblin just whoop out of the bathtub and running in which direction? Where are you heading?
Window.
Out the window?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. Can you give me an acrobatics or athletics roll, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, yeah, you go towards the window, fumble, and realize that, like, your one shoe gets caught on something that you're still wearing, and as you're trying to unhook yourself from it, you manage to release yourself from the shoe, but you fall headfirst out the fucking window onto the grass outside. Thankfully, it's a one-story building, but, yeah, you now completely naked with none of your equipment are just boop, out in on the grass.
Thief, dry land.
Denise is like dumbstruck at your action and is just kind of like looking at you guys and goes, okay, Snooty hands you the cleaning bar of thing and goes, use this to clean Gem, okay?
Oh, okay.
And she kind of like gets over to Gem and goes, Gem,
Yeah.
you see brick of cleanie?
Again, we'll lean in and slowly go for a bite.
No. It go on arm and leg and face. You know,
Huh?
eat.
Why no eat?
Because, watch.
and she grabs your arm. She goes, watch, and
Ah.
she rubs it on your arm.
That feels
And it-
kind of weird.
And like all the bubbles and everything. Like,
See, bubbles would be in your mouth, and it'd take gross.
I want to lick the bubbles off my.
You can confirm, Gem, that it is an unpleasant soapy taste.
I told you
What did you tell me?
not to eat. No, eat.
Okay. As this is going on, Denise runs over to the windowsill and leans out, looking at you, Desi, and goes, are you okay? Why did you do that?
Desi's
Desi.
gonna remember what Boggy said. Boggy at one point said that humans' movement is humans' vision is based on movement. And now that Desi is naked, she is green, like the grass. So she will not move.
So, your strategy is to lie there making no noise or any movements in the grass, hoping she doesn't pay attention to you? She's gonna sit there for a minute wondering what the fuck, and she's just gonna go, Desi, I can see you, Desi.
What? I didn't move.
I know, but you're pretty obvious.
What? No. Boggy said that, you know, if no move, big people can't see.
Alright, well, that might work for some creatures, but not me, okay? Desi, do you want to... You don't have to keep taking a bath, you can just come back in and put your clothes on, that is fine.
You know, this is kind of good too. I'm kind of comfy.
She just kind of looks like exacerbated and goes, okay, but I don't really know what's gonna happen if you're out there and you sleep on the grass naked and somebody comes walking along.
They're probably gonna be like, wow, that's a naked goblin on dentist's yard. What a weirdo dentist is.
Oh, fuck. She's gonna put, like, literally facepalm and go, yeah, probably, and I don't want that to happen, so is there any deal I can make with you so that you come back in?
Yeah, okay. I have a list of demands.
Okay, and what are those?
I lost my shoe.
Yes.
I would like my shoe returned. And I don't want the head scratchy hair pulley thing.
Okay, we won't do any of that. You don't need to get wet or go back in the tub or any more cleaning. I just want you to stop being naked on my lawn.
Actually, being naked's really cool.
Okay, well, you can come be naked inside the house where it's warmer.
It's a good deal.
Okay, do you want to come through the door or do you want to come back through the window?
You know, window good. Window, you know, window fine. I climb up.
All right, give me.
What?
So do you want to keep that roll?
Yeah.
Okay, so you start to climb up into the window and you eat shit and hit the ledge of the window and smack your face against it and land on the ground. Not hard enough to do any damage, but definitely you're like, oof.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God, fuck, shit, God, fuck, frog doo-doo.
Sure. She looks a little like mixed between like, are you okay? And like, oh my god, these words this thing is saying. And Denise is just like, she's leaning out of the window and is like holding her arms out and she's like, okay, here, I'll help you in. Okay, I'll pull you in.
Desi's gonna reach out and take the arms.
And as Denise is helping this naked goblin back into the building, Snooty, how are you? What is your next step of action for helping clean Gem with the cleany brick?
She's basically just like trying to do exactly what was being done to her as best she can. And she's like,
Okay, now turn this way, and we get other arm, and then up this way.
Turn like
Why are you
this.
still? You're close.
What?
here. And she hands you just the soap. She goes,
Are you finished?
What? I don't know how.
and she starts like making the motions on herself. She goes,
Like this? Wait, but with the brick.
Yeah.
Gim follows.
Good job.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, you is so smart, Gem.
Yeah, I am.
she just kind of gives up a thumbs up, and she's like,
You do so good. Yeah.
she's just like being awkward now because she's like, I don't know what to do next. This is all I do.
And by this point, you can see Denise is hauling Desi back into the room through the window, completely butt naked. And she just wipes her brow and like turns around, like looking like, oh my god, what have I got myself into? And she comes back over to the tub and says, "How's it going, Snooty? Did you get Gem clean?"
I think so. Look, Gem doing herself.
And she points at Gem.
Smart.
She looks Gem over and sees that like her clothes are soapy and she's pretty soapy, and it's inelegant, but like work has been done correctly for the most part. So she just goes, "Okay, Gem, we have to do one last thing."
Uh-huh.
And as she's saying that, she reaches over to a little bottle of what she was putting in Snooty's hair and uncorks the like stopper and pours some in her hair and is moving it around in her hands. And she starts kind of massaging the top of your head, working it into your hair, Gem.
What is happening?
And she goes, "I'm just cleaning your hair, okay?"
Oh, okay.
and she goes, "Okay, now," after she finishes working in whatever she's using to clean your hair, she goes, "All right, you're going to go under the water for a little bit, and I'm going to keep doing this, and then you're going to come up, okay?"
Okay.
All right. So she, instead of pushing you down, she just waits for you to kind of like go under the water completely, Gab.
What?
She sighs and just goes, "Okay, Gem, just don't worry when I push you down into the water, okay?"
Okay.
So she pushes you like head under the water in the tub.
Lael immediately.
So she's like, she doesn't really know what to do, and she's still just trying to fucking clean Gem's hair. You know what? I feel like this is like this. I should play some music that should have been going for like the last fucking 10 minutes, honestly.
Oh no.
So yeah, as she's like pushing you under the water, you immediately you start flailing around like blah, 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 and she's like trying desperately to scrub your hair to get the remnants of whatever kind of shampoo-y oil she was using on your hair. And she just looks at Snooty and goes, help.
Oh, what want do? What how help?
Hold her arms.
Snooty just like grabs her arms and just like pins her down and underneath the water.
Meanwhile, you hear knock, knock, knock on the door, and somebody go, Denise, are you in?
Yeah, I'll get door.
Denise, like, looks at you heading completely naked and still wet to the door, Desi, and she goes, Desi, no, stop!
You'll stop.
Meanwhile, Boggy, you hear someone at the door, and they're seeing all this going on. Do you have anything that you are doing, or are you now curled up and trying to sleep again?
Yeah, Bucky trying, but it's not working now. But Bucky, go answer door.
Okay. So, in this chaos, Boggy, you're a little too small for her to take notice as everything's going on. So you're in your doll form and you come to the door and realize that like there's no way you're opening this door without like being able to reach the doorbell.
Yeah.
Or door handle, sorry. So what are you gonna do, Boggy?
Daisy, can you open door for me?
Yeah, but the dentist told me not to.
No, but she said don't open door for him. You should open door for me.
Gam, now you can feel
yeah,
that
yeah.
Snooty is pinning you with your arms. Do you want to make a strength roll to struggle against that?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and give me a strength roll, Gam, please.
Strength.
Actually, athletics, I guess, is what it would apply to in
Athletics?
this situation. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Goblin bullshit go.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow, alright. Let's see what we get on the good old goblin bullshit table here. The goblin who called for bullshit turns blue for an hour.
Oh no.
Oh no, we have her dunked underwater and look at her, she's like fully drowning.
Fuck. So Snooty, you're like holding Gem's arms, and also Snooty, I need you to give me an athletics roll with advantage because you've already kind of got Gem restrained.
And athletics, you said?
Yes, athletics, pretty please.
With advantage.
Wow, even with that, it was barely better. Holy fuck. Okay. So yeah, you're like holding her arms, and she starts turning blue, and you're both keeping her under, and right now Denise is like a little too distracted to... Oh, Cuber, thank you very much for adding to the Goblin Bullshit pool again. So yeah, she looks very fucking preoccupied with trying her best to like rinse and wash Gem's hair as this is all going on. But Snooty, she's turning blue, and you're like, what the fuck? And Desi, you're kind of sitting there wondering, like, well, I don't know. Dentist said don't go to the door. And there's another bang, bang, bang on the door, and like, is everything okay in there?
Yeah, everything is okay in here. It's just bathtub prostitution.
Oh my god!
There's like a pause, and the voice on the other side of the door goes, what?
It's a very clean.
I can't reach doorknob.
Oh yeah, sure.
A piece.
I'm gonna pick Buggy up because if I can't open the door, Buggy can't.
I grab the door handle and I turn.
Denise is like now looking down, focused on Gam. Snooty, how are you gonna react to the blue goblin under the water at the moment?
Instantly lets go. It goes, we're killing her. We're killing Gem. She's turning blue. I know my colors.
And she immediately pulls her hands back and goes, what? And Gam, you surface from under the water, and you look at your hands and arms and can see that they've turned completely blue.
Well, this is so done to me. What you cleaned off my green.
What did you do? Am I gonna turn blue too?
Yeah, please don't turn blue.
So Denise is like, she's in full-on panic mode. She's like, oh my god, oh god, I didn't know that. I'm so sorry, Gam. I didn't know that this would happen. I thought the goblins could just you could bathe normally. I don't understand. She like looks like she's like just straight up completely panicking.
I'm just gonna start wailing.
So as this is going on, you by this point, Boggy, you've turned the handle and have opened the door, and now Boggy, you are standing. Desi, how are you holding Boggy up to open the door? By the way,
2 hands.
so like holding him up like a doll, basically, like.
Yeah, like a doll.
All right. So you step back from the door as it swings open, and you see standing before you a very, maybe about 6 foot tall, green-skinned fellow with shorter kind of like tusks out of his mouth and long black hair. And he just kind of stops and looks down at you, and his eyes widen, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that there was." And he looks kind of embarrassed.
Hey, yo, welcome to the dentist. How may I help
Ah.
you?
I need a minute.
I'm sorry, but the dentist is currently with a patient. If you could take a number and have a seat.
Desi, do you have anything to say?
You may want to take a seat in the back. The front row is a splash zone.
Did you bring
You
your
will
own
get
poncho?
He looks like super. There's a mixture of emotions going on this guy's face, and Desi, you would probably recognize this as a half-orc because he is still kind of like very much so humanish, but he does have orcish features and like a pale green tint to his skin, and he's just kind of standing there looking like super confused for a minute. He also notices that Boggy was fucking talking, so he's like, he stops and or raises a finger into the air and goes, did that doll just talk?
What doll? Where?
Yeah, but wait, what?
Daisy, do you have a doll? Have you been holding out on me?
No, not last I check. I don't remember making doll.
You better check again. Don't cash. Don't bounce.
Okay,
Don't-
1 second here. Hold Boggy for a second, sir.
Up
I have to take inventory check.
Meanwhile, as this is going on, Snooty, what's your continued reaction to Gem, like, panicking and crying about being turned blue?
She grabs the soap bar and starts scrubbing on her arm, going, maybe clean bar, turn back.
Denise is like, at this point, she's like almost on the verge of panicking herself and being like, "Oh god, I fucked up," and she looks up and she sees standing in the doorway this half-orc, along with you, Desi, completely butt naked, holding up Boggy, having a conversation with him, and she just kind of scrambles up to her feet, and she's like, Olak, it's so good to see you, come in, and he's like, Am I interrupting something here? No, it's okay, come in, and she like grabs his arm and is like pulling him into the room, and he goes, "'Cause there's a talking doll and a naked goblin," and he looks into the room more and he says, "Naked goblins, and is that one blue?" Yeah, I'll explain everything, just please, come in. And she's like closing the door, and as he stumbles in, he just kind of looks like very awkwardly and is trying his absolute best to like avert his gaze because there's just naked goblin everywhere at the moment. So he's just kind of looking a little embarrassed and just being like, I didn't know you were having guests. And she just looks a little panicked. Meanwhile, what are you doing, Desi and Boggy?
But that's not very kind. I wanted uppies and he walked away from me.
Buggy, you're gonna have to check inventory. I'll carry, and I'm gonna put Buggy in my backpack.
You don't have your... Are you gonna pick your backpack up off the ground and put him in it?
Oh shit, you're right. I don't have it.
You are completely naked at the moment.
That's right. Buggy, I do not have anything on, so no doll. But yeah, you got okay. I'm gonna walk over to this man that walked away from Buggy, and I'm gonna put Buggy on his lap, and be like, "Here, hold Buggy. I have to go check inventory." And then I'm gonna go check my bag for dolls.
He like awkwardly reaches down and holds Boggy with like one hand like away from him a ways. And is
Hello,
just looking...
sir or madam.
Hi.
Is your visit for pleasure or busyness?
I heard strange noises coming from Denise's house.
That
And
was from the island.
I'm pretty sure I've lived on this part of town long enough to know a difference between Chopper's wailings and whatever the fuck the other things I heard was.
Are you sure? Because you said you saw a talking doll and we can't find one.
Denise like puts her hands on his arm and is just like, I'll explain everything. These are some goblins I found who came into town. They got in a spot of bother, and they ran into some issues, and I'm helping them get actuated, and I'm taking them to see the sheriff tomorrow. And he just kind of looks at her and goes, that's probably a good idea. Meanwhile,
I have a question.
Yes,
I have a
Snooty?
question. Have any of us as goblins ever seen an orc before?
Probably Desi, but possibly
Yeah,
not.
Desi has.
Boggy and Desi for sure. Gam and Snooty, I'm not sure about.
It's just a really big goblin.
That is a really big, like, there's, like, completely stopped panicking over the blue and just staring at the orc and just going,
Why are you so big?
He's bigger than the chief, Gem. He must be very important goblin.
I remember Wiki talking about other chiefs. Maybe he's one.
Maybe him is. Hey, mister. Are you big goblin chief?
He like looks over and gets a little more embarrassed seeing that you're probably standing up out of the bathtub, Snooty, right?
She's kind of holding onto the side of it, like leaning over, asking.
Oh, okay. So
I'm gonna try and pull Snooty back away from that.
Judy, you just gotta ask him this. He might get upset.
Oh. Wait, if he chief, how can we hear him voice? Maybe him not chief, but maybe him very important goblin.
The goblin, fuck, you got me doing it. The half-orc looks over in your direction, and he just goes, and he looks and sees that, like, you're naked in the tub as well, Snooty, and just kind of, like, embarrassingly looks at the ceiling, and he goes, no, sorry, I'm not a goblin, not a chief. I'm big because I drank my milk, I think.
He's humble.
He must be very, very important goblin and doesn't want to let us know because he knows that we are just important goblins. He probably has so many badges.
Chief.
He probably has as many badges as Wiggums. How many badges do you have?
I did my classic blunder where I made up a character's name and then didn't write it down. Does anyone remember what I called him when he came in?
Oleg.
Oleg, that was it. Yes.
I believe his name is Bigger Goblin Chief.
His name, let me save his last name. But he goes, sorry, Denise, can you introduce me to your guests? And she nods her head and goes, oh, yeah, the one you're holding is Boggy. And he just kind of looks down at you, still like with that look of like, is this thing gonna fucking bite me kind of regarding. And she points to Desi, Desi, what are you in the middle of doing when she points to you?
No doll in backpack. Just things. Got many. No, not doll. Just gonna look out of my bag and look at Buggy and go, no doll, Buggy.
We have been lied to. Are you sure you're okay, mister?
Hold on. I have things that might help. One second. Clearly patient is irrational. And, Desi is gonna pull out. She's gonna take out, let's see here. She's gonna take out, here.
She's gonna take just a little bit of sulfur from her alchemist kit, just a little bit on a finger, and she's gonna hold it out for the man and be like,
Here, sniff this. This'll fix it.
As you come up to him, still completely naked with a finger covered in sulfur, Denise points it at you and goes, and this one is Desi. And he's trying to look at your look at your finger, but is also remembering oh, you're completely naked. So he looks down and then looks back up and goes, oh no, that's okay. I'm all full up on whatever that is.
Desi, did you toot?
What? No, this is sulfur.
Smells like toots.
Oh yeah, but it's ground toots. It's a chemical.
All toots are brown. What do you mean?
Well, no, this toots is yellow.
Oh my goodness, have you seen dentist about this?
I mean, it's not my toots.
Where do you find other people's? How you get people toots?
Desi's gonna look very important for a second.
Desi has her ways.
Desi, the toot napper.
Yeah, I kidnapped the toots in here. The ground is full of many mysteries. Some of them are tutors of the earth.
Years of the earth.
Denise turns, as this conversation is going on between Boggy and Desi, she turns to the tub and points and says, and the currently blue one is Gem, and the other goblin is Snooty. They are very quite lovely, although rather chaotic. And he just kind of
Hello.
Snooty just pops out of the tub slightly again, waving.
Hi.
And he's still red-faced, trying to, you can tell his gaze is he's trying to keep Boggy in his peripherals, so that if this doll does something weird, he can react. And also just averting his gaze, because he's like, oh my god, there's naked people in here. And, fucking Denise is like, okay, alright, okay, alright. Tell you what, I was just in the process of giving these little guys a bath, and you can you help me? And he just kind of still looking red in the face goes, I guess I could do that. I came over from next door because I heard noises, and she goes, oh yeah, no, they heard Chopper's noises on the island, and they were responding. It was. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Anyways, why don't you go help the two in the tub get out of the tub while I help with this one, and points down to Desi, and she goes, Desi, you're done with the bath, yes? Desi?
Effie?
Yeah. Well, I'm here. Did I not pick up a mic?
No, it didn't pick up.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I made secret noise no one heard. I will save this noise for later. Okay. Actually, it's kind of cold.
And then Desi's gonna crawl back in the tub. Because it's warm.
She looks a little exacerbated and just goes okay, cool, fine, that works. And she heads back over to the tub and is just sitting down and goes, all right, my big problem here, maybe you know something about this. And she points to Gem, and he's trying to look, but now there's two naked goblins in the tub, and he just doesn't know where to look where there isn't naked goblin, while still taking in what he's seeing, so he just decides to stay looking upright. But he's moved more into the room and is still holding Boggy at arm's length in the air. Boggy, are you gonna do anything while you're up there, or say anything?
Are you okay, mister? You keep getting red. Are you bleeding?
No, I just, it's improper to look at, naked, folk when they haven't invited you to do so.
But you got in the house. You've already been invited.
It's a little more complicated than that. But yeah, that's, yes, I am in the house. And Denise just kind of like, she sighs a bit and goes, look, they're naked, get over it. This one, points to Gem. I turned her blue. I don't know how. Does anyone else want to say or do anything?
Do you know any magics to see if we turn her back? Or how she became blue? Because I thought it's because we...
And she dunks her underwater again and like holds her there.
I don't know how to do a drowning noise. But I'll flail again.
Alright.
And then undunks her and goes,
because we did that and we held her there for a while and I thought we were killing her, but she's fine. She's just blue.
Denise just like takes a deep breath and goes, okay, all right, you're right, Snooty. She is fine, although blue. Maybe it's just a temporary side effect of something with her skin. Maybe she has like a rash or... Anyways, you know what I think you should do, Gim? We should get you out of the bath. Do you want to come out of the bath?
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay.
I can't breathe.
Like, not listening to you say yes or not, she's already, like, hooked her hands under your arms and is starting to lift you out. Do you let her?
Ah!
She, like, takes you out and puts you on the floor, and you're dripping water everywhere. And she goes, oh my god. Oh, like, please, can you go into my bathroom and get some towels? And he just kind of nods and goes, yeah, I'll be right back. Thankful to be out of the room at the moment. And meanwhile, she's just kind of like, okay, all right. And now I can kind of tone down a little bit on the shenanigan music. So we'll go back to the swamp ambience that kind of just is our general permeating ambience at the moment. And she just takes a deep...
her hand.
Yeah, so as soon as she gets you out, you're just going to keep holding her hand.
Yep.
Okay, so she looks at you, Desi, and Snooty, completely naked in the tub, and just goes, all right, I think bath time is over. Why don't you both get out of the tub and get dressed, and then we can, see about going to bed, okay?
Okay.
and Snooty does like a little slide thing out of the tub, and you just hear like that sound that you get when you accidentally slip out of the tub. It is like that sleek, and then tumble noise. That's what happens.
So you just kind of tumble out of the tub?
Yeah, like full on, like very loudly. Sounds like she like hurt herself pretty bad.
Desi, what about you?
She's gonna poke her head out of the tub and look over the side.
Snooty, are you okay?
The cleanie bar made me slippery. I hurt my elbow.
Oh, I am sorry. Do you want to hiss to make it feel better?
No, I just want to be in my clothes.
If I hiss at it might go away, the pain.
Oh, yeah, hiss it better, please.
Okay. Did that work?
No.
Okay.
You're bad at this. I don't think you should be a doctor.
What? I am offended.
Desi's gonna cross her arms and she's gonna look very indignant.
When mosquitoes eating Snooty again, I will be like, oh, look at all these potions I made for me.
What? All I said was that should not be your
no.
job.
Oh,
That's all
yeah,
I
no.
said. You know doctor.
Yeah, no, I know doctor. I'm a maker. I make things. You know that, yeah, okay. I sorry.
And she crosses her own arms.
She goes, dentist, I need a shirt, please.
Yeah, it's called need new need new clothes. Otherwise, probably turn blue like Gam.
She
Am I a duck at all?
Yes.
by now, by now you Oleg has returned with as many like he wasn't entirely sure what constituted the right thing, so he's just come back with like a mountain of fabric from from multiple locations and just kind of plops it down on the ground. And she looks at him with like a "Are you kidding me?" kind of look, and then she just grabs one of the random like fluffiest looking pieces of cloth, and she just starts. She gives it to Snooty because Snooty is completely naked, and just kind of wraps it around her. And then she looks at your knee, and she just pats it very gently, and she goes, "There. I'm sure it'll be okay."
That actually felt better. Are you a wizard?
No.
Oh.
Okay, and she just takes the towel and just wraps it around herself, and she's just like bundled up in it.
Next she takes another.
Doctor doesn't even know that her elbow. What sort of medicine is this? Is fraud? Is
elbow? The elbow hurt worse.
Sure. Rub the existential oils on it. We'll add it.
The existential oils. Fucking. So Denise turns around and grabs some more fabric and wraps it around Gem and just starts using it to like gently dry you off. And she's like, "Okay, you're all right. You're all right." To you, Gem.
Yeah.
And she kind of tucks it around you and moves it in close. And she goes, "Use this to dry yourself and to warm up, okay?"
Yeah, okay.
And then she turns to look at you, Desi, who is still in the tub, and she grabs another towel and is just kind of like holds it open and is like, "You want to come out of the tub?"
Yeah, and I guess. Desi will crawl out of the tub. Desi's like 4'2". She's a good deal taller than the other goblins, so she's just gonna climb out.
All right, you won't have any mishap. Actually, you know what? Let the dice tell the story. Give me an athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer, Desi.
Do athletics because it's worse. Yeah.
All right, you climb out of the tub and have a brief moment where you like your foot slips a little on the ground, and you briefly have a moment of realizing your own mortality as you're like, "I could have fallen, died," and then you fall kind of forwards, and Denise just wraps the towel around you, and it's just kind of like rubbing it against you, and it's just like, "There, all clean, yeah?"
Yeah. That works. I suppose.
All right. And Oleg just kind of like taking a deep breath. He goes, "I think you've got everything in order." And Denise just kind of turns around and looks at him and goes, "Just stay for a bit. We can talk about this one-on-one. But for now, I'm gonna help get these goblins settled for bed." And as you guys are about to do anything else, or perhaps take any other approaches, I think now, for the time being, would be a great time to take our break, because we're already about 8 minutes past the normal break point. So, for the time being, everybody, we're going to take a little quick 15-minute break. Thanks to those of you who are staying with us for the moment. What I'm going to do right now is... there we go. So this is the full party of the goblins that you see before you. So the Gem, the purple-haired one...
Hi.
We have Snooty, the taller leotard-wearing one there.
That's not Snooty.
I mean,
That's
shit, Desi. My bad.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have striking the pose with her ever enthralling tongue and fairy earring. We have Snooty. And then, of course, next to her, we have the Boggy holding himself. Because normally... Boggy's default form is the small doll that you see in his hand. But he has the ability to transform into big, air quotes, Boggy, which makes him the size of a normal goblin. So there you go. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what these goblins all look like when they are in their larger form, that is what you can see on the screen there. So I will leave that screen up for the moment until we switch over to the BRB screen, but just a heads up to everybody, what we're going to be doing is we're just going to take a little 15-minute break. So when we come back in 15 minutes, we will resume the session. You guys will find out what happens when they head out in the morning to the garrison? Yes, that's it. Good. My brain works. Effie, do you have anything else you want to say to anybody before we go to break, or shall I just switch us over?
Yeah, I do. Do not go to dentists with boo-boos on elbow and knee. They are not qualified. Do not go.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Good. I'm glad. All right. Yeah, but don't worry, everybody. We will be back in 15. We'll do a little bit of a reminder of everybody who's chilling here. So again, if you want to follow everybody involved in this project, you fucking ass, you can at those links there. And for those of you who are like, I want to watch the previous sessions, that YouTube link there will take you right to the previous sessions to watch. So you are more than welcome to head over there. And yeah, so with all that said and done, we will see you guys in 15 minutes. Goodbye.